Hello, friends. This is Army TV, and we're visiting the 110th Separate Territorial Defense Brigade. Today, we're taking a closer look at the Pinzgauer, an off-road vehicle developed in the 1960s. Before it was adapted for use by the Ukrainian armed forces, it looked like this. As you can see, modern warfare has demanded certain upgrades to this vehicle. To understand how it now helps our soldiers carry out combat missions, let's talk in detail with the brigade's troops.
First off, we built this bumper. We added it so that when you're leaving a position, sometimes there are wrecked vehicles blocking the way. It lets us push them aside by ramming into them.
So, I'm guessing you added it to protect against pedals?
The blade for clearing pedals has saved us multiple times.
How's it working out overall?
It's helpful. Even if it saves us once or twice, that's already a win. We welded on metal sheets. Here's a thick metal sheet, and one on the roof too. Of course, we added a cope cage. We drive to the front line, load up with logs for building dugouts, and bring along a rotation of troops. Naturally, we carry water and food too. So, we load logs here in the middle, along with water.
How many people can fit when you're transporting?
Usually, we take around 2 to 4 people, very rarely 6. You've got to evacuate no matter what. There were severely wounded soldiers we had to get out. The last severely wounded guy we evacuated survived, even though he didn't believe he would make it. He's alive. Here are the batteries, and over here's just tools lying around, nothing fancy.
Is the engine in the middle?
Yeah, the engine's in the middle. It's a standard gasoline engine, carbureted, super simple, air-cooled, no radiators. So, if there are any fragments, you can keep driving without worrying. There are no radiators to damage. There's nothing unnecessary here. Everything's essential. You need wipers, a heater, lights, ignition. That's it.
Let's show the viewers how it starts. It uses a starter, right? We won't get stuck, will we?
No worries, everything's fine. Now shift to first gear and probably head that way.
You need some muscle for this, I'll tell you.
Give it some gas. The steering is heavy. There's no power steering.
I definitely felt that today.
Yeah, there's not much space, especially when you're wearing a bulletproof vest, loaded with all your gear and weapons, but we're used to it.
Well, after we tried driving this vehicle, what can I say? It's incredibly capable off-road. I wouldn't say the controls are difficult. Pretty straightforward, actually. You get the hang of it quickly, and the vehicle handles well.
The engine's a bit underpowered, but it gets the job done. Pits or no pits, you don't have to stress about it at all.
What spare parts do you get for it? What's compatible?
We've replaced the clutch before. It fits parts from a 1978 BMW, give or take. We've found them, and everything works.
Tell us more about its technical capabilities.
It's got transfer cases, front-wheel drive, a front axle lock, and rear axle locks.
5-speed gearbox?
5-speed gearbox, yes.
In terms of maximum speed, how fast have you pushed it in combat conditions, loaded up like this?
If the weather's decent and the road's good, you can hit around 50.
50?
50, well, 60 would be pushing it. Usually, it's 40 or 30. If it's loaded, the road's bad, or it's muddy, then 30 to 40.
And how much weight could you load on it at that point?
About 2 tons.
And what's the fuel consumption?
Fuel consumption. Well, we have enough to get to the position and back. I can't say exactly by mileage, but about 20 to 25 liters. If you're calculating for 100 kilometers, probably around 40 liters.
What makes it special?
Off-road capability. 6 wheels, we usually drive just on the rear axles. Rarely, very rarely, do we engage the front axle, and it always gets through, everywhere. The two rear axles are always engaged. Always. That's more than enough. Sometimes, like when we got stuck, for example, really deep, with the nose buried, then we engage the front axle. We've almost never used the locks. I don't even know what kind of mess you'd need to get into to need the locks for this thing. It's driven through places where water was standing up to our feet.
And it got out of that.
Easily, yeah.
This vehicle has a unique backbone frame. Can you tell us about it?
It's like a box running through the whole vehicle. All the axles, transfer cases, everything's inside it. From there, it only comes out to the axle shafts. Basically, it dives into a pit like it's nothing. If you're going 40 kilometers per hour, you don't pick your speed. There's no way to go around obstacles. You just push forward. It hasn't let us down yet. For all this time, maybe 6 months, it hasn't failed us once.
What's the biggest challenge with this vehicle? Just the spare parts?
Just spare parts. They're really hard to find. They exist, but they're tough to get. You have to wait a long time for them to arrive. The vehicle's old. There are newer Pinzgauers. Those are a bit easier to deal with.
The Pinzgauer, or pince, as it's sometimes called, is widely used in the British Royal Artillery as a light tow vehicle. Depending on the model, it has a height of 2,160 millimeters, a width of about 1,800 millimeters, and a ground clearance of 335 millimeters. On frontline roads, you often encounter tripwires and nets scattered around. Have you ever gotten tangled?
I didn't get tangled. We have 2 crews working on this vehicle. The second crew got caught in a tripwire. They got out, though. Something broke on the vehicle, but they made it out.
How did they manage to get free? What helped?
Well, the driver. He just got lucky. They were about to abandon the vehicle and get out on foot. At the last moment, they tried rocking it back and forth. They tore through it, tore it apart. Slowly, they got out.
So they just rocked it?
Yeah. Lost half the gear, body kits, all that stuff. But they got out. Everyone says it's impossible to escape a tripwire. Well, they did it. I'd say to men, don't be afraid, go fight. It'd make things easier and simpler for us. When you drive through a city, especially Dnipro or some big one, you see so many men. In short, don't be scared. You need to go fight. There's nothing that terrifying here. No one abandons anyone. No one's sent to a meat grinder. There's nothing like that. But we, for example, keep driving. We've got each other's backs. We trust each other. And only those who are confident ride with us. Those who want to, those who can.